This is inverted vitrectomy. Stuffing technique with brilliant blue and perfluorocarbon liquid for large macular holes. This is one of my techniques I use for large mac holes, as you see by the OCT here. The patient is pseudophakic, and we start the procedure with a wide-angle contact lens. After removing core and peripheral vitreous, we perform an air fluid exchange and inject brilliant blue, get back to liquid, and using a macular lens, insert perfluorocarbon liquid. The ILM is very well stained. We start by grabbing the ILM from around the disc area. PFC, perfluorocarbon liquid, weighs on the retina to avoid the ILM scaping off the macular area. Next step now is to stuff ILM into the hole, being extra careful not to damage any tissue and avoiding direct pressure on the retinal pigment epithelium. For that purpose, the ILM parts are inserted in a sliding movement, in this way into the hole very gently indeed. This forceps that we use is curved in one blade and straight in the other, allowing for easy grabbing and inserting the ILM in. The better these attachments are released, the better chances for the macular hole to close, so we have to actually search for adherent areas and even areas not so well stained where we find great astrocytic proliferations. In this way, we remove them altogether with the ILM. We are still removing attachments from the ILM from around the hole to actually free it up from any adherences. This is performed in a very slow pace, and the perfluorocarbon liquid is playing such an important role as not to let the ILM come out. You can observe these round movements to release all these attachments. The retina gets a little whitish where you pull it, where some resistance is found, so it's wise to stop and maybe find another adjacent area to pick it if necessary, to avoid any tear at this time. We are still inserting ILM into the hole and releasing attachments from around the hole. You have an overall view here from the macular area. So still with fluid going inside the eye, we now prepare for the second air fluid exchange. But guess what? The ILM is no longer where we put it. Fluidics and movements may have dislodged it outside the mac hole. So now we gotta repeat the maneuver by getting new ILMs from different areas. And the ILM is put back again into the hole the same way. We have now the hole filled and stuffed with ILM, so we will leave PFC inside the eye and remove it during the second AFX. But now we gotta be even slower and avoiding movements so that air replaces the vitreous cavity until the last droplet is removed, as well as fluid around the optic disc. So we are completing PFC removal now, and we go towards the optic nerve area in a very slow fashion. Finally, a high-power macular lens is used to observe the macular area and the eye lamp is there. This is interesting to do by the end of the surgery so that you confirm that you put and you have the eye lamp inside the hole. Thank you very much for your attention.